It's often said that a mind under the influence of depression is focused in the past, overly focused in the past, experiencing lots of remorse or regret. And similarly, a mind that's under the influence of anxiety can be overly focused on the future, experiencing lots of apprehension or concern. And so mindfulness can help both of these types of conditions. But let's focus on anxiety for this recording. So there are certain patterns we can start to become aware of when under the influence of anxiety. And one of those patterns is that the present moment, right here, right now, often is kind of like a nuisance. It gets in the way of something that you're going to do, something that feels like it has to be done. And so whatever we're doing right here, right now, it's like, let me just get through this. Let me get this out of the way so I can go do that other stuff. Like, all right, I have to deal with this thing, but then, man, no, lunch is going to be awesome. And then the funny thing is, once we're there having lunch, it's not like we're really awake, experiencing the food. It's thinking about the next thing. And so the mind has this perpetual pattern that kind of feeds on itself. And when we're always looking forward, we can feel like we got to catch up, feel like we have to get ahead. And it leads to this kind of pattern of always striving and never arriving. So if we can be aware enough, wise enough to see that this pattern keeps playing out and doesn't seem to ever fix itself, we can just experiment with cultivating some mindful awareness. So let's try that out. Let's start with just having some type of posture where you're upright and alert, where your spine is all stacked, one vertebrae on top of the other. Hopefully in a place right now where you won't be disturbed for the next 7-8 minutes. And if it feels comfortable for you, you can just close your eyes. And just starting to allow the awareness to turn inward. Allowing the awareness to become interested in what it feels like in this body right here, right now. This body is always in the present moment. So, what's it feel like inside this forehead right here? And if you choose to, you can just soften that. Letting the awareness fill the inside of the mouth. Is there a taste here? Are there sensations inside this mouth? And if you choose to, allowing the entire mouth to relax all the way down to the root of the tongue. Feeling inside these shoulders. Can you allow them to loosen, to fall back and down a little bit? Feeling into this belly. Is it possible to soften? With each in-breath, softening. With each out-breath, softening. Just slowing down. And of course, throughout all of this, your mind is probably talking at you. That's expected. That's what minds do. And you don't have to worry about changing that. Just see if you can just keep coming back patiently to this body. Just let those thoughts pass by and just keep coming back to what's it feel like right now in these hips? Can you notice the contact between you and this chair or whatever you're sitting on? And feeling the insides of the legs. Feeling these legs, the tops of the legs, the bottoms of the legs, feeling them from the inside out. You can let that go. And here we are, breathing in this moment. It's helpful to give the mind a task. So if we give the mind the task of just noticing this breath as it comes in, and just noticing the sensations of this breath as it goes out, and we can help the mind by giving it a little further task of not only just being aware, but giving it the mind likes words, so giving the mind a little label of rising on the in-breath and just whispering to yourself falling on the out-breath. And of course, the mind is going to keep thinking, and that's totally normal, expected. And just whenever you become aware, just allow yourself to pause, and then just come back to rising or falling. There's no multitasking needed here. It's just this breath in, rising, just this breath out, falling. The anxious mind is used to efforting. It's used to striving and trying. It wants problems to fix. And so we don't have to listen to that right now. Just for this recording, you don't have to believe those thoughts. You don't have to listen to them. You can just allow yourself to just notice this breath. There's no effort that's needed in just noticing breath. Your mind might be trying to help and giving you judgmental or evaluative thoughts. Am I doing this right? Am I supposed to feel something different than this? You can just notice those thoughts and just allow yourself to be aware of breathing. It's that simple. Just giving yourself permission to not have to do anything else besides just being interested, just being curious of what it's like to be in this body as it's breathing. And you can let go of that and just bring your other senses online, just noticing the sounds you can hear right now. There's a taste in the mouth. And it's gradually coming back into the room.